everyone. So all along we've been talking about what to eat, what not to eat, what is the right kind of food that you should be adding, what is the right kind of oil. But today I'm going to talk about something very different which people generally tend to ignore, and I am going to talk about how much to eat and when to eat and when not to eat. Yeah, so it's a very important aspect from the perspective of your health, from the perspective of your digestion process. Now, if you look at your stomach, the original size of your stomach is like a fist, but it is like a balloon which can expand to about 3 to 4 times of its original capacity. And thereby, every time we overeat, we see the stomach protruding out. Our stomach gives a signal when it is optimum full, and we tend to ignore it. Now, let's take an example of early morning. When we get up, we feel flat on the stomach because the stomach is shrunk. The food that was there has been processed, digested, and thereby the stomach is empty. All it has is some amount of air. And the moment the food starts going into the stomach, it starts to expand, it starts to do its own work. Now, once the stomach is half full, it gives you a signal in the form of belching, in the form of a burp, which we sometimes or which we often tend to ignore. Now, what happens is when your stomach is half full, now there is food in half of your stomach, and then there are digested juices. The process of digestion is basically churning that food and with the digestive juices, and thereby it breaks down, and then it travels further to the intestine for absorption, and then to the large intestine, and then the final excretion of the waste product happens. Now, when we do not listen to our mind, when we eat fast, and when we continue to eat after the optimum level, the stomach, which is supposed to be half full with food and half let me also tell you that the stomach is supposed to be full in the ratio of half stomach to be filled with food, 1/4 with digestive juices, and 1/4 with air. Now, this is the perfect combination for your food to get digested and for nutrients to get absorbed. Now, when that does not happen because we've overeaten, there is no place for the digestive juices, and so it then lies in the food pipe, and it comes up, and that is when people start complaining of regurgitation, heartburn, acidity, not realizing the real cause of it. Yeah, so it's something like, now the food is there, the digestive juice is on the uppermost layer, which is almost like your food pipe, so the churning cannot happen. It's something like trying to gargle your rinse your mouth, gargle your mouth with mouth full. Now, when your mouth is full, you really cannot gargle because there is no space. So think of this example and relate it to what's happening in your stomach. So the stomach is full of food, it cannot churn, the mechanical action of digestion cannot happen, and thereby the food continues to lie there and the acid comes up. Now, when the food is lying there and it's not able to digest itself, it begins to rot. Yeah, and when it begins to rot, it causes gas, and that is when the real issue begins. Because the food is rotting, it is creating a lot of gas, and that's when people experience belching, regurgitation, flatulence, feeling heavy, and multiple symptoms. Now, some people feel nauseous because they're feeling heavy on an ongoing basis and they don't know what to do. Now, 75 to 80% people across the globe suffers from this kind of an issue, which is largely known under the umbrella of acidity, which should actually be called overeating. Now, when this happens, now 75 to 80% of that people which is suffering from these kind of symptoms, about 80 to 85% of that population relies on antacids because they want to feel that immediate relief. This antacid on a longer term causes more issues than you can even imagine. So it suppresses your digestive juices, the acid. and then it also creates problem with your gut bacteria, leading to gut issues, leading to leaky guts, leading to malabsorption of food, and also IBS. Yeah, so by not eating at an optimum level, we create so many issues within our stomach. Also, what happens is people who eat throughout the day and people who eat large meals, their digestive system does not give them signal anymore because it's just gotten used to that kind of pattern. So can you imagine that just by not eating the right amount, we're causing so many issues to our digestive system. So how should we eat then? We should serve just single serving and make sure that we're not reaching out for the second serving. People who are experiencing these kind of symptoms, please from the next meal serve half of what you usually eat. So let's say you eat 2 fulkas and a cup of dal and a cup of sabzi, or whatever the ratio may be. Yeah, I may not be able to tell you the exact ratio. Just reduce it to half. Spend some time eating. And of course, spending time in eating is a process, does not happen overnight. If you still think that you're eating fast, it's all right to feel hungry. You will get used to that kind of a thing. Wait for next 20 minutes. 95% of the times you will feel full after 20 to 25 minutes. If you don't, you can still have another fulka or half cup of rice, whatever you think is needed at that point of time. Continue to practice this kind of mindful eating and you would see a remarkable difference within the first week of practicing this kind of eating. Hope this video is very helpful to all of you. If you have any more questions on your gut, on your digestion process, malabsorption of nutrient or the eating portions, do put them in the comment section and I will get back to you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We'll talk again. Bye-bye.